Welcome back. Just that quick. It's your girl, this. So I decided to go right back live. Just because right now that's the easiest way to do videos, as opposed to like record, then upload and all that stuff. So live is what we're gonna do. So I just watched a video on content and stealing and how all good stuff works. And what I was talking about doing beforehand was like showing other people's videos and how that works. But due to the last video I watched, we may revamp doing a lot of that really quickly. So stealing has a lot of different sort of underlying things that you have to be careful from in reference to like if you take content from someone else and you share it. And this is what I'm understanding. So like say you share someone's video, even if you give them credit and everything else and you didn't ask first, still stealing. And also if you, even if you say like, I don't know the rights, it's kind of admitting it on live and just saying, hey, get myself in trouble. So these are things to be mindful of. So when it comes to sharing, because the same thing happens on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. If you say like a picture and you want to take that picture and use it on your page, but maybe you want to change some of the little meme or anything on it, technically that's stealing. And it can be that simple. So, if you share it, though, you use the share button that's embedded, it's a little bit safer because, it's going to take everything that the person said. And so they're going to share it as this is all coming from this person. I'm just kind of, saying my piece on how I feel about it. So, we are definitely going to look into that a little bit more before we start really getting into sharing videos or, doing a lot of music in the background. So far, I have one video that does have music. I did manage to say that I didn't know the rights. I actually wasn't sure what song my friend was playing in the living room while I was jamming out and starting the very first live stream, so to speak. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go back and I'm going to find out. I'm going to do some more research for you guys on copyrights and music. And for those, because I'm going to learn how to do this based off of what all the other YouTubers are kind of doing and saying in reference to, subscribe, like, hit the ding button bell so that you get all the uploads when I start putting new stuff up. Just so that you guys can, kind of follow me on this journey and make sure that I did what I said I was going to do. Because in one of my videos, I realized I said I was going to try and hit that 35 videos before the new year hit. So that means I'm on live stream video content piece number 4. So I still got a whole nother like 20 semi pieces to do before the new year. Hold me to it because I'm going to be on it. So yeah, that's a quick little update in reference to like starting YouTube channels, making sure that you've done the research so that no content really gets you in trouble later. Photos, music, other people's words, that whole stealing something verbatim. I made a comment about a Miss Frizzle episode of the Magic School Bus and how she always says the one line. Technically that's copy stuff that you got to worry about. I guess depending on how big you make it off of it, I guess that's kind of what it's sounding like to me. Like people usually, as long as you're not like booming off their stuff, they're not necessarily going to bother. But, depending on how petty somebody's feeling, you may or may not catch that L. So we want to make sure we stay safe and stay out the jailhouse and all that great stuff, especially with COVID. So we want to be more mindful and more careful of what we're doing in our posts and making sure that we're being legal. Just because if we want to do this for money, we want to make sure that it's going to be legit and that it's not going to get in the way. So that's my quick update from my last couple of posty video thingies. So I'm going to do a little bit more research. So most of this is going to start off as kind of vlogging and just saying, hey, I've been doing my research and I came to talk to you guys about sort of like where I'm at, my journey. So I'll probably talk more personably getting things started while I still research and get everything done, which probably should be a little bit easier because starting to talk about starting a YouTube channel, that's a lot. So here we are. I got some research to do for you guys so that when I come back and talk to you guys or play music and do different things, we're all legally bound and stuff. So I'm going to get my handy dandy notebook together, right? Blue's Clues. So I'm going to get my little notebook and stuff together so that I can make sure that I'm taking notes on, copyright stuff, learning the laws, learning different things. So this is about to be a real learning curve. Like, there's going to be a lot more coming to you guys in reference to legalities, different things in reference to YouTube channels, posting, streaming, live videos, the whole nine. We have a lot to talk about. So right now it's going to seem a rough start, but from that rough start, we are going to grow and we are going to be all astronomical and boss, right? So that will be that. And then we'll even talk about, like, right now, it looks like I'm looking down at the side. This is even a little small thing. Instead of looking at the camera, so it looks like I'm looking at you guys, or feels more intimate and like I'm talking to you guys, talk to the camera, or, you know, talk to something above the camera. Just, you know, the different ways it looks when you look at the camera, when you look above the camera, when you look below the camera, when you look off to the side and you're trying to stare at yourself, depending on where you put your video at. So yeah, that's my quick little update on that. So I'm going to halt any like other people's content for now. And for the most part, it'll be silent. I don't mind humming and singing for you guys if you need some background music, and then replaying that like I did that for myself. But I just want to make sure that we're all, you know, in ramification and safe, sane, and sanctified for starting our YouTube channels and not getting stepped on by bigger people, as well as not stepping on toes, because, you know, you don't want to be rude or disrespectful unless that's your thing, in which case go for it. Not that I whatever that, but I don't want to be whatever. I'm not judgmental. You do you. Just like I do me, right? But just know that with doing what you want to do, there sometimes are repercussions. Something was bothering my eye again. But yeah, so let's get this in some matrimony and some order, and we will continue from there. Tempest, always, over and out. Mwah.